everybody. Rise and grind on a Monday morning. Rise and grind. Ooh. Rise and grind, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman, starting yet another work week. Another work week for game time. Day off this week is Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday is my day off. So that means we got to get through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, work Friday, Saturday. That's what the work week looks like this week. Teams are in training camp. You know, Dallas reports Wednesday. I believe Eagles as well. Put in the comments. It's like within a day of each other. Thursday, I believe, Dallas players are on the field doing minimal stuff. You know, a lot of shorts and helmets. I don't believe pads come on until next week. But yes, it's here, people. It's here. It's here. As you saw yesterday with the live streams, we had a awesome live stream. Shout out to everybody that was in there. Numbers are picking up for the views. I think that's normal. Just because of the interest in football. Football's back. People are taking vacations from football. You know? When you're a YouTuber, there is no vacations. People are wondering if me and Mark were fighting. Nah, he's just stirring the gravy, Twiz. Stirring the gravy. Gravy is being stirred. He threw a hard ball high and tight. I got out of the way. And then I threw even a harder ball down and low. So down and in. I took him off his feet. But anyway, listen. The question marks abode by the Cowboys, Eagles as well. Let's be honest. There's a lot of question marks. I would say this. I would use this. There's a lot of work to be done, right? A lot of work to be done, I think, is going to be the name of this, the title of this video, because there's really no real subject other than there's a lot of work to be done for Eagles, for the Cowboys, for the Commanders. Let's face it, the Commanders added all these pieces. Where are the Giants going to be with their offensive line? Evan Neal, is he going to bounce? Is he, they're Danny Dimes. They put a lot of faith in Danny Dimes, at least for a year. Basically they can get out of it after this year. They'll take a dead hit, but they can get out of it after this year. You saw Joe Shane, exactly. Joe Shane, saying that they're not going to pay Saquon $13 million. They're not going to pay him. They need to see Danny Dimes throw the football, be a quarterback. Unfortunately, in this league, your quarterback needs to be your best player in order to win. The days of the Trent Dilfers, Brad Johnsons, Neil O'Donnell, well, he didn't win it. Nick Foles, lightning in the bottle, RPO, Philly. They're few and far between. You need your quarterback to be your best player in the big games, right? Wade Walker always says that people think he's negative. No, he's a die-hard Cowboy fan. Loves his Cowboys. So that's BS. Wade just wants to win. Wade doesn't like getting into arguments and hearing Drew tell him, you haven't won nothing in 29 years. There's some truth in everything. Obviously, that's a fact. Me and Wade don't have to, and I take that as a badge of honor that we're still fans. Guys like Brad, we're still fans of our team. Chris May, Idaho's own, Larry Woods. Where you been, Larry? Larry, where you been, bro? Calling Larry Woods. We need you on the Zoom call. Loyal Cowboy has been stepping up of late. Love the avatar, Loyal. But I would say that we're really good fans for hanging in there, but we have a vision in our head. And, some people may think it's arrogance, but when Wade looks at the Cowboys, are we good enough to win it all? I remember years where we knew that we weren't, and we got a top 10 pick. Some years you get injuries. Remember when Dak got hurt? We got a real high pick. you got to take advantage of those years, because not every year is going to be great. You're going to suffer horrible injuries. Your season is going to be over halfway through, and you have to be able to take advantage of that, knowing you're getting them good players back. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, circling back, a lot of question marks, a lot of work to be done for all these teams, and I'm going to focus myself on the NFC East. I'm going to start doing my predictions over the next couple weeks. Really going to hone in on that. A lot of work on the Cowboys on and off the field. Will CeeDee Lamb arrive? Here's the deal, people. Here's the deal. I have a sneaky suspicion that CeeDee Lamb will be signed on the day of the press conference. Why, you ask? A little birdie landed on my head late last night, woke me up, and basically said, "Hey, Brian, game time. CeeDee Lamb is close to signing a deal. Brian, CeeDee Lamb is in Oxnard and with his agents, close to signing a deal." So, or in Dallas, they're heading to, well, no, I would say they're in Oxnard now. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I don't know the exact location, but they're hammering it out. I predicted him to miss 2 weeks. That's what I predicted. But I think it's going to get done, people. It's going to piss off Kid Cowboy 66. Sorry, kid. CD coming back, baby. Best slot receiver in the league. But anyway, jokes aside, that's what I'm hearing. We'll see. It's an easy contract to make. It really is. But I like what Brian Broaddus. You say Broaddus, I say Broaddus. You say potato, I say potato. This is CD's big payday. It's not like Dak, where Dak's already had a big payday. You could argue, not as much as he should. Now, Dak had his huge payday. Dak's good. Dak's endorsements are huge. I think he makes $50 million a year in endorsements, or $30 million a year in endorsements. Think about that. Dak makes $30 million a year in endorsements, not counting his NFL contract, which is at 55 this year. I don't know. But anyway, that's what comes with being the quarterback of the Cowboys. A lot of just a lot of work to be done. Trayvon Diggs needs to get going. I don't want him on the field with pads day one. I want him working on the side, getting to be full speed. Trayvon don't need this. He don't need this junk. We don't need any setbacks. Normally, knock on wood, your ACLs are stronger. Not named Michael Gallup. Normally, your ACL is stronger listen, there's a lot of us walking around with partially torn ACLs that have kind of healed itself. The difference is I'm not doing explosive moves delivering the mail, you know what I mean? Our everyday lives, Mark Holmes walks around with no ACL, for crying out loud. But when you're the highest of the highest athlete, that's where it becomes an issue, and they'll re-tear it. But a lot of times the ACLs are better after the surgery. So take your time, Trayvon. Take your time, baby. Get healthy. I've gone over the camp battles for the Cowboys, but looking over to the Eagles, I mean, listen. To me, that's secondary, and I expect them to make a move at linebacker at some point during camp. Howie's not going to stand pat. I expect them to get another linebacker in there. Justin Simmons has not. Nothing's happened with him. So, we'll see. He's a safety. So I don't know if he fits with Philly. Safety linebacker. He's like a tweener. Why is all this traffic? Let's go. We're behind the damn fire truck. I got ice in my mouth. Pause. But I'm looking forward to seeing the secondary play out. They've already moved Bradbury. Is Keely Ringo? How's he going to look? They're really relying on him. If Keely Ringo can step up, Jones can step up. Is that Sidney Jones? Is that right? I'm still not awake. Sidney Jones, put in the comments. What's the other? Anyway, they're counting on Ringo because you really don't want to have to count on your rookies to come. And one of them, I mean, I don't know. You got DeJean and you got the Kenyon Mitchell, who I liked, who's very raw. Mitchell probably has a, I don't know. I would say Mitchell has a higher upside, but maybe may not be ready to start out just because of where he came from. That's a tough ask, you know. A lot of pressure on those young boys. So we'll see. I think DeJean might be ready to play now, albeit maybe not at a real high level to start off, but I think his base, his athleticism for that kid, Cooper DeJean, is an athlete to the highest degree. So he was one of the better athletes in the combine. So I'm, as a Dallas fan, closely looking at the Eagles because I'm right here. I'm going to keep an eye out on the secondary and the defense. If they come along, I think it's only a matter of time before that offense does what it does. Listen, we know that Kellen Moore can win easy games. We know that. Kellen Moore is going to win all the easy games. That's what he does, puts up numbers. I expect numbers to go high for Jalen this year. I think that if you get a chance to get Jalen Hurts in fantasy, I think that's the way to go. I think that's a good bet because you probably can get him a little later. But you know, those are the types of things I'm looking forward to seeing from the Eagles, linebackers and corners. I think their defensive line, obviously, Huff on the end. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Nolan Smith, really, it's up to Nolan Smith. This is a big opportunity for him. He's going to get a huge opportunity. I'm hearing that people think he's going to succeed under this system. We shall see. Nolan Smith, I liked him coming out. When Dallas was on the clock and we took Mozzie, I was throwing Nolan Smith out and Joey Porter Jr. Now, I didn't know the scheme fit. You know, to me, I picked players. You got to remember, I picked T.J. Watt when the Dallas Cowboys were on the clock, and we ended up taking Taco Charlton. So, and they said, wow, he don't fit our scheme. Okay. Now, would you like T.J. Watt, Dallas? Are you gonna stick with your opinion about that? I think not. I think Dallas should have picked up T.J. Watt. So, again, question marks, a lot of work to be done. That's going to be the title. A lot of work to be done for the Cowboys and Eagles. That's it. And the work starts literally this week, in a couple days. Work starts, even if you're running and just getting in the playbook. This is why all the teams are excited this time of year. All but, if you really look at all the teams, all but 3 or 4 teams have a legit shot to win their division this year. I'm just being real. All but 3 or 4 teams have a legit shot to win their division. So, I'm excited. We're going to have a lot of content. And yes, me and Mark Holmes are fine, everybody. But don't forget, lunchtime chat around 2:30, 3 o'clock, live from the mail truck. Don't forget to hit that join button by my name. We're trying to climb up the Mailhead Crew. That's what it's called, the Mailhead Crew. We're closing in on 30 mailheads. And you get a lot of perks with that. So please join. That would help me out greatly. Get the Zoom calls really flying. Yesterday was great. West Virginia Country Boy, I did not ship your shirt out yet. It will go out tomorrow. But just let me know. The only shirts I have are those white shirts with the big Game Time Ryan, just to let you know. They're more of a dry fit type shirt. So, real light. So let me know. But you said you wanted a shirt, you're getting a shirt. I do have really nice hats, but sure to go out tomorrow, bro. If you change your mind, let me know. But all right, everybody, I'll see you at 2:30, 3 o'clock, live in the mail truck. Late.